biscuits, what's that sound? Biscuit crumbs falling all around. Every episode we breaking it down. Join the fun, we the best in town.
Hey guys, welcome back to Biscuit Crumbs. I'm Rodolfo.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Helen.
And this is
Biscuit Crumbs.
And today we're going to be playing a game called Sequence. I'm not sure if you guys ever played it before. But it's a pretty fun card game where you play on the board. And
It's kind of like bingo.
Kind of, and like
Yeah.
Connect 4.
Yeah.
yeah,
Bingo,
some
Connect
kind
4.
of sense. That's pretty much
It's Connect
how this
5,
game
but
is.
Yeah.
And you may not see a person here, Matthew. He's currently,
Gone for the weekend
yeah, he's gone. He'll be back
with the milk.
with the milk. Yeah,
yeah, he just told us that he was gonna go get milk, and then told us that he was not in the state. So he'll be back next time.
yeah, with the milk.
Yeah, bring milk, honey.
Yeah. He's gonna come back and be like,
Is
"Oh,
it
I
6
forgot
or
the milk."
7? I think it's 7 for this one.
I think it's 7 if you just play 3.
He's gonna come back and he's gonna say he forgot the milk, and then be like,
That'd
"All
be
right, I gotta
funny.
go get the milk."
It's all right. I just bought milk.
He was just taking too long.
He was.
What can we say?
He's
Maybe
just-
he'll come back with expired milk.
Oh, like I said last time, I hope not.
All right, Rodolfo, you're first.
And since you're first, maybe we can start with you. You're always first.
Yeah, why? Why am
I don't know.
always
Well,
first?
because I tell and you're next.
You're the first victim of the day.
Again.
Where to start? That's a
So
good question.
before you start though, I'm probably gonna, maybe we can ask him something. So this is more to like get to know us a little bit more. So
more about
Who
what
we
do.
are and what makes us
Yeah.
us, and why we started the podcast.
yeah. So
I think that's
let's see.
pretty good.
What can you mention a moment in your life that was an aha moment?
No, I'm not gonna take a while. Aha moment,
Like, damn, this changed my life. Like, this changed something. Like either how you act or.
I think yeah, something that was kind of my aha moment was the school I went to back in middle school. I just had an idea of what I wanted to do in life, and that's kind of the path I took, because after 5th grade is pretty much where I decided like I knew what I wanted to do. And then going to the high school that I went to, Lorenzo Walker Technical High School, that's when I found out about it in middle school, I was like, this is it. This is where I want to go, and I'm going to apply, and I hope I get it, because this is where I want to go. And I literally checked off like what programs I like to get into. Like my first one was like, I want drafting. That's what I want to be, because I want to design homes. And that's pretty much where I went. And then from there on, that's pretty much what I ended up doing.
And you're doing that now, right? You have started your own.
Yeah.
Self.
Yeah, pretty much started my own design company where I design floor plans, designing homes, doing renderings, and site plans. Pretty much doing it all for designs.
And you have a website, right?
Yeah, I have a website. It's called Rosenard Designs. And that's what I'm doing.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys should check it out.
Yeah,
You-
definitely check
I'm
it
really
out.
proud of you for
Yeah, definitely. Gonna put that in the description if you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
check that out. You can see some of the work I've done, and what I'm able to do.
So I have one more question, but I'm gonna ask you that when it's your next turn. I'll just try to remember. Because
right.
I am Dory. I have short-term memory loss. I don't even know, man. See, I already forgot. Like I forget like things, and I'm like, I know I wanted to say something, and I'm like, whatever. I already forgot. But I'm gonna try. I haven't forgot the question though. I'm just saying
You
an
still
example.
have 2 more turns to go.
I know, that's what I'm like.
So I'll put down King of Diamonds.
Yeah, don't cheat now.
I'll try not to.
All right, so it's Skylar's turn. You can ask her a question.
So that you don't forget yours.
No, I think I already forgot it. No, I'm just kidding. I have it.
So how was it you moving from another state from one state to another?
So I moved to Florida when I was 11, and I moved from New Jersey. And it was definitely a big change going from kind of what I was used to and then going to a place where only my aunt was here. My aunt and her husband, and then my parents and my brother moved down with us. It was definitely much different, even the curriculum in school. I was relearning things that I had already learned in New Jersey.
So
But it was
Florida's
definitely-
like less advanced.
Yeah, Florida's behind.
Oh God.
Yeah, Florida's behind other states. I mean, you still learn everything that you need to learn, I think, because I didn't finish up there, so I wouldn't know. But Florida's definitely, unfortunately, less advanced than other states.
Boy.
But it was definitely a good transition in the long run because I got to learn a lot of different skills. Like when I was in New Jersey, I never went fishing or like got to do any of like the real, like, I guess, summer stuff, you would say.
Well, I mean, yeah, the weather changed.
Yeah. But then also it allowed my parents to kind of get on a better schedule. When I lived in New Jersey, my dad worked nights and my mom worked days. And then when we moved here, my dad still worked nights, but not as late as he would. So it was different. And like in New Jersey, we have casinos, like a whole town, Atlantic City, that has casinos. And down here, the closest casinos, which my dad worked in a casino, so he worked on like a casino boat. But then the other closest casinos, there's one in Immokalee and one in Miami. So that was like different to me because I was so used to having like, you go to Atlantic City, which is 30 to 45 minutes away, and there was just like casinos everywhere. Or like, I came to a summer estate and there's no boardwalks.
True.
Like, and in New Jersey, like, you have Seaside Boardwalk, you have Point Pleasant, like, so you have all these boardwalks and like games that, like, and then here you just have a fair. And then you don't have like the boardwalk aspect of it. So I was like, that's so weird to me because that's all I had known. So it's definitely an adjustment when you move from one state to another. But I mean, I'm fortunate that I did it at such a young age. Because I mean, it affected me socially, like school wise, but it didn't really affect me as far as like, I feel like when you're an adult, it's so much harder because, I don't know, I just feel like you have more to gain or lose. And when you're a kid, you're like, my parents are doing whatever, so that's what we're doing. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play the Queen of Diamonds.
Just playing diamonds here.
You playing over
Already
here and,
blocking. She just wants to be next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Yes.
Helen,
Oh boy.
what made you realize that Matthew was the love of your life?
Oh boy.
He's right here, invisible.
I know. Hi, honey. This one's like tough because I like really didn't like Matthew at first. Sorry, honey. We were great friends, like
Yeah.
really friends, like really good friends. Like we got along very well. But like, I don't know, like there was just a moment where me and him were just chilling and like it just like I'm like, oh, I had prayed to God like about helping me find my soulmate. And like it's kind of like God showed me like this is the person that you've been looking for. And
Right.
it's kind of weird because like when I'm originally from Florida and the way like I do think God has to do with, he definitely puts you in places you need to be, especially if you pray about it. I feel like I was praying to God about finding my soulmate, and I was in Florida at the time, but somehow he brought me to Massachusetts to not to meet Matthew because I already had known him, but I was moving back to Florida. So, and this is when me and him were friends. So somehow he put him in my path and we were just being friends every time I had to go up to Massachusetts. And then it was just a random day when we were chilling. It's like if he was telling me this is going to be your husband. And I didn't understand because I was like, he's my friend. I don't even like him. But when I moved to Mass, like, I remember like how I was greeted by his family. Like the first time I ever go to Matthew's house, basically, like his mom was there, his grandma was there, his uncles were there. It was crazy. Like I was not expecting that. He wasn't either. He's like, I'm so sorry. This is like usually doesn't happen. But the first person I met was his grandma, and his grandma, oh my goodness, she is a character. She goes like, finally, like she was so happy because she was like, finally, I knew it. She's like, the Lord sent you here. She's like, you're gonna be my grandson's wife. And I was like, we're just friends.
She spoke into existence.
She's like, I'm like, we're just friends. I was like, what is this? What are you talking about? But I got along with his whole family. I think that's when it like I was like, oh yeah, like. I felt what she was feeling.
Being your family.
Yeah, like I felt what she was feeling, and I'm like, that's weird because I don't really like him, but like, I don't know why, but he's like meant to be in my life, and it just started from there. And and we took our time, sort of, because everything went so fast. I feel like it went fast, but when things are meant to be, they're meant to be.
Meant to be. Yeah.
So, but yeah, sort of. That's a sort of what happened. I'm going to start with this. It's just random.
2 of spades.
All right, because I want to kind of continue on what you're talking about. Okay. So in middle school, you said that you knew you wanted to go to basically to Lawrence or Walker and that you wanted to do drafting, and right? So, but what, like, how did you even, like, know that's what you wanted to, like, out of everything, like, because there's so many professions.
Yeah.
Like, what was like,
So it's kind of funny. Back in elementary, like I remember like my 2 things that I was thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe that's what I could do. Like, my 2 things that I was actually interested in elementary, just like, I thought that'd be cool, would be either mechanic or being a detective. And then for a while I just stayed like, oh, that'd be really cool. I'd like to be a detective.
Yeah.
And then kind of what changed that path was that in 5th grade, in art, I was really good at drawing and art and stuff. And so like, I actually there's a time in art class that we were doing like drawing a building. Like, so starting from a point, we'll probably put pictures so you can understand what I'm talking about, but it's starting from a point and drawing out lines to make a 3D version of a home or something, or a building. And that's kind of where we started. And I just had this idea, be like, oh, it's pretty cool. And I was looking at pictures and I was thinking, I'm like, oh, this would be really cool. So I drew a home, like basically out in the middle of nowhere, like desert area. It's just like a little bit, almost like a little bit of a rundown home, but you know, like with wood siding and all that. And then like I had a truck in front that was like kind of broken down that I drew because I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Let me just throw in a little car. Car in there. Yeah, truck that's broken down. And then I drew the lines for the road and everything. And I did all that. And my drawing ended up going, they actually saved it, and they took my drawing and they put it, they showcased it at the school district for everybody to see because of how well I did. 5th grade drawing, like, yeah, that's amazing. And one of my teachers, my speech teacher, she's actually the one that gave me an idea of like, she was like, you should look into architecture, because she saw my drawing, and she was like, you should look into architecture. She was like, that actually might be the career that you want to go into. And from that moment, it just kind of inspired me to be like, you know, like maybe she has a point. Because like, and she actually, at the end of the school year, she actually bought me a drawing book and charcoal pencils. Because she literally told me, she was like, I want you to continue what you're doing. She was like, I'm pretty sure like that this is something that you're going to do. And that just stuck with me from that point on. And it just made me realize like, I actually like design. Like, it's actually something that I want to do. And ever since that point on, I'm like, I completely forgot about thinking about being a mechanic, or even thinking about being a detective. Like, that wasn't even in my mind anymore. I'm like, oh, it'd be like cool to be an architect. And yeah, the designing aspect is what really caught my eye. I just like doing drawings and doing those floor plans and stuff. And like now to the point where I like the 3D aspect of it. I'm literally bringing the houses to life, showing like what it's actually going to look like.
And you went to school for interior design as well.
Yeah, and I also went to school for interior design, and putting some of that design work into it, the details into a home, into a living space and all that. And that's just the kind of stuff that inspires me.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know, like, since 5th grade, that's something that you're like, oh, this is what I want to do. That's cool.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I think I have something similar to that experience, but I'm not gonna talk about it right now. But I just want to say shout out to, I feel like those people who do that, I think they're like, I call them, they're angels on earth, because they kind of like open your mind to like, hey, I see that you're good at something, and I just need to, like, maybe you should look into that. Because
well, it's like when you're at, like, I don't know, it's happened to me when you're like at the grocery store and you're just having a really like rough day. Yeah. And you just go somewhere and then someone just comes to you and they're like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, something, like, you're gonna have a better day. Or they'll just say something and you'll be like, how did you know that I needed that? But it's like you said, they're like angels on earth. So like, shout out to those people, like, you know, because I think we all have them. Like that moment that you're talking about, that happened to me, not in 5th grade. I was more like 19 years old, but we get those people who, I don't know why they're placed there, but they're placed there to tell you, hey, you know, I see you have this skill. Maybe you should look into that. And that's kind of cool that you had it at a younger age, and that you stuck with it. And you still have like that vision. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wish I still had that
drawing?
I don't think I have it anymore.
That would be cool though.
But that'd be really cool if I
Yeah,
still
if you
had
still
that
had
drawing,
it.
or even if there's a picture, that maybe because I think they did take a picture of it. If it's somewhere, that'd be really cool. But yeah, I still remember the drawing.
Do you think it could be in a yearbook? Do you have that yearbook for that year?
I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could. I mean, the internet, I can find it somewhere. It has to be archived somewhere. It probably is. Yeah, maybe we'll find it. But same thing even with the teacher. I mean, I wish I could see her again and like actually thank her.
Yeah.
For like putting me towards that direction. Because if it wasn't for
Drop her name. We'll drop it.
I don't remember her name. It's just I forgot. But she was my speech teacher. Talking about speech, the reason why I was in speech is because I had an issue where I couldn't pronounce R's, but it's because English was my second language. I learned Spanish first, so I for some reason I could not pronounce R's. And for that point, for that reason, I was put in speech because I had speech deficiency. So, but now I could say R perfectly fine because I rolled my R's all the time because that's how I learned Spanish, you know?
And now we're doing a podcast where you have to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, speak about our issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk about
Yeah.
Talk about biscuits.
Yeah,
and
biscuits
crumbs.
and
Crumbs.
our biscuits and crumbs.
Yeah. Little crumbs to sprinkle.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm gonna see what I'm gonna play. Probably try to block Helen.
What? I only have one little
Dude.
thing there.
She hasn't even done anything yet.
Why don't you block her? She went in your bubble.
That right?
Kick her
No,
out.
the thing
Evict her.
is, you guys don't understand. Rodolfo will play somewhere, and it will be to distract you from where he really wants to play. So you have to be very careful when you're doing it because you're like, oh, that's not where you wanted to go. So sometimes
right
you
now,
really have to
like-
pay attention.
He's just in like two different areas. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, it's just called.
But it's also
Know how to
crazy
play
to
your
me.
game.
It's also crazy to me that you don't remember the teacher's name because he'll remember like vivid memories and like he'll remember things from like when he was 4, 5, 6. And I'm like, how do you remember these things?
Yeah.
So for you not to remember the teacher's name to me is a little crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel bad that I don't remember. Like I feel like I know the name, but I just for some reason
You could see it,
yeah,
but
I
you
can see it, but I
can't
can't.
find it, yeah.
I just it's just like it's there, but I can't remember it. And then there's gonna be a random day that all of a sudden, right there, I got the name at a random point where I don't need it anymore. But it's like, oh, there, I remember now.
No,
But
that's definitely crazy.
yeah,
I'm bad at names. I can't remember faces.
I'm good at putting names and faces together of people I know in real life.
Yeah.
But actors and actresses,
Oh,
I can
that-
hear their name and never remember their face.
I will never remember that either.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
oh yeah, they played in this movie. I don't even know if I remember the movie sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes like, oh yeah, they were this character in this show, and he's like, yeah, that's like, for instance, I know who this is, but Jason Momoa. He'll be like, that's that person, and that's Jason Momoa, and I'm like, yeah, he played Aquaman.
Yeah.
But I don't really like putting them together. Johnny Depp, I know who that is.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but as far as Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa, those are probably the only two that I like actually know.
I don't
The
know,
rest
like-
are history.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I remember like
I guess.
like the well-known ones, but the other ones,
Will Smith.
yeah, like Will Smith, of course.
Yeah. All right, who's asking me a question?
How's work?
It didn't work today, thankfully.
How's word? Oh my god.
I did not work today, thankfully.
All right. I don't know what's something that inspired you in your life.
This is gonna sound kind of cliche, but honestly, I feel like my husband inspires me to be a better person every day. just because I didn't grow up in the best childhood, like, home. So Rodolfo really inspires me to do better and to be better, and to kind of not be what I saw or who I saw. So there's that.
Aww.
That is cute because, I mean, I hope your partner does that.
I'm playing the 10
Your
of
partner
diamonds.
should inspire you to be a better you.
Yeah.
I told you to block her.
Yeah, I
See?
should have.
You didn't listen to me.
Now I'm gonna let you do that.
And, oh, why me?
Because you're next.
But I have my own thing I want to do.
All right. I see how it is.
How'd you meet Matthew?
Good question.
I had to ask.
Well, the way I met Matthew was kind of interesting because I was never really supposed to hang out with him. So we have a common friend, and I was going through like a rough patch in my life because, like, basically my ex wasn't the best person ever. Like, he wasn't the best person. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I need a girls' night out. So I was like, I'm going to invite, at the time, the people that I was hanging out with. Mm-hmm. And so I invited 2 girls out. So it was supposed to be just the 3 of us. And somehow, like,
Yeah, wait, hold
I was
that
already
thought.
getting ready. Yeah.
Have you guys been picking up cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't.
You
That
haven't?
sucks. That sucks. You
That sucks for you.
You lost
That
cards.
sucks. 1,
I
2,
totally been
3,
forgetting
4,
because I'm
5,
so
6,
focused
7.
on
Yeah.
talking.
Do you know
1,
that?
2,
I
3,
noticed
4,
that you're
5,
forgetting,
6,
but I was
Yes.
not going to tell you.
I noticed too. I'm not gonna lie. I noticed too, but I didn't say
So-
nothing because in this game, hold on, in this
Yeah.
game, if you forget to pick up your card,
Yeah.
you lose out on that. So that's not my fault. Listen, I'm Dory, but I have been remembering to pick up my cards.
I'm so focused on the conversations that I literally didn't pick up
Well, you
any
play your
cards.
card after the conversation, so that's not our problem.
All right, I'll just
Yeah.
end up with 1 card.
That's fine. It sucks for you, and then you're gonna end up with no
'cause
cards.
I'm already in my turn. Like, if you would
Yeah.
have noticed before she played, I would have let you grab it. But now that sucks.
And that was 2 times.
Exactly. Sorry.
What'd you say,
Yeah.
babe? That's BS.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
That's like his favorite phrase right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. You know.
So then, basically, that day we were supposed to go out bowling, and literally one of the girls was like, "Is it okay if we invite Matthew?" And I'm like, "Matthew, I." By the way, so this is how Matthew and I know each other. I used to work at Best Buy, and I was the hiring manager, and I hired him. That's it. Like, we weren't even friends at the time. So this is basically how Matthew and I became friends. And I'm like, Matthew, it took me even a while to get like his name associated to like a face. Like, Matthew, when she told me she's gonna invite Matthew, she was like, yeah, you know, Matthew from Geek Squad. That's what Matthew used to do. He used to work at Geek Squad.
He's a big geek, guys. That's why he's not here.
Yeah. So then she's like, yeah, the guy from Geek Squad, you know, he's been going through a very rough patch, and, you know, it's just to get his mind off of what's going on. And I'm just, just trying to make him, like, I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know, like, make him like feel better, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, damn, this is supposed to be like a girls' night out. Like, it wasn't supposed to be 3 girls and a random guy.
A random guy.
And I'm like, wonderful. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, did you already invite him? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, why are you asking me? And I'm like, I guess he's going to be bowling with us. So literally, we all met at the bowling alley. And then he sucked at bowling, by the way. I was like, wow, this guy has no
That's why he doesn't like to do it anymore.
No, yeah, because I beat down on
funny.
him. I'm like, yeah, you can bowl. He couldn't bowl. I was like, damn, how am I?
That's why every time I want to go bowling, he says no.
No.
Thanks, Helen.
So-
Wow.
Yeah, and then I'm like, whatever. But then he got me when like, because I was avoiding him. I wasn't even talking to him. I'm so horrible. Like, I was like, I don't really know you. And he looked like a player, by the way. And one of the reasons why we were both going through a rough patch at that time. Like, he had his own issues with his partner, and I had my own issues with my partner at the time. So I was like, I'm dealing with a cheater. So, like, looking at him, he looked like a cheater to me. I don't know why I was judging him. I didn't even know him. I feel bad. Sorry, honey. So I was like,
it's what you were feeling at the
yeah.
moment,
So I was like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I just don't want to be around cheaters. So I was like, I didn't even want to get to know him. Like, I was being not a nice person. So then, but he got me. He just goes, once we finished bowling, he goes like, I'm going to go get a drink. And then he told us all he was going to go get a drink. I was like, wait a second. So you bowl with us, then you go get a drink, but don't invite us for a drink? Like, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, now you turn more into an a-hole? Okay. Like, I was just getting so mad at him. And I don't even know this guy, right?
That's
and then I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I guess I'm going to invite myself to the bar. So I did. He went and got his drink with tequila, and I love tequila. That even annoyed me even more, because I'm like, okay, so you're gonna go get tequila without the Mexican girl who drinks tequila?
You left the bottle that we got today in the car. Oh. You could be drinking that right now.
I know. We should have. I kind of want to take the camera right now and make a drink.
Yeah. Go show them how you make a drink.
My drink while I'm talking about Matthew. That's literally how we met, by the way, with tequila. And that's funny because what happened, so that's where it all clicked. And it's funny because the girls there that night said, I don't know what it was between you two, but you guys had a spark. And I didn't notice it. I guess me and him just got along after that so well.
Yeah.
I don't know what like happened after that it made it click. And then they came to my place where my ex was too. He wasn't there that day though. And if you're watching this, I don't care. He knows about it. He actually knew that I brought 2 girls and a guy to the house. But I told him they were friends, and Matthew was technically not supposed to come. But anyways, they came over and we played Monopoly. And the way Matthew is slick, right? They were like, "Oh, Helen, you're Mexican, so you can make us margaritas." I'm like, "Okay, thank you for stereotyping me."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fine, I'll make you guys margaritas." And then Matthew, of course, walks over to the kitchen, and then he goes, he wants to see what I'm doing, and then he tried it. He was like, "Oh wow, this is really good."
He wanted to make sure that you weren't spiking it for him.
Yeah, probably.
You weren't drugging it.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, by the way, he's like, this is really good margarita. And then I don't know how he threw in there. He goes like, but can I have your number? I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'll give him my number because he seems pretty cool. And, I guess the more I talked to him, I was like, you know what? Maybe I judged him before I even knew him, which don't do that. Don't judge people if you don't know them. So I'm like, you know what? He seems like a cool guy. And as a friend, I'm like, I really genuinely was like, he could be a good friend. So I was like, fine, I'll give you my number. So I gave him my number, and that's how it basically started. So, yeah, all because of my friend who...
But it started after you left your ex. I just want to clarify that.
No, I didn't leave him. I was still with him.
No, but I'm saying you and Matthew started talking more after you left.
Yeah, that's how he got my number.
Yes.
And then I didn't really talk to him because obviously I had my own partner.
Yeah.
So I obviously didn't disrespect my partner at the time. But then once me and him broke off, Matthew started texting. Well, I don't know who really started it, but either him or I don't know. We just started talking more. And I think one of my favorite memories, in that friendship, was when he took me to Lawn on D in Massachusetts. I thought it was so cool because I'm like, wow, I've been with my ex I think I was with him for 2, 3, I don't know how long I was with him. I don't even care. However long I was with him. I was with him for a long time, and he never took me out anywhere in Massachusetts. With Matthew, we were friends for like a month. And he was like showing me more about Massachusetts than my ex ever did.
Yeah.
I was like, and it was so awesome because Lawn on D was like, so basically it's like a They had like live music there, and then they had board games. Like we like to play a lot of board games, and so
I remember that picture. There's a picture.
it was a chess. It was huge, and
maybe we'll show the picture.
Yeah, and it was so much. Like we had so much fun. Like it was just a great time. Like as friends. Like we were playing games, drinking. They had drinks there, and listening to music. And I was like, wow, what a great day. It was. I don't know if that was a date, but I mean. Whatever, I guess.
He'll probably say it was a day.
He's like, yeah, it was a day. I was
like,
really, So that's literally, I was like, wow, like this guy is cool. And I'm like, every time I hung out with him, I was like, he's so positive. Matthew till this day is very positive. I'm the negative one. He's always super positive and he's very uplifting. So yeah, that's how basically it started. And then everything else is history. All right, I'm gonna go here because I have it planned. I'm gonna put 9 of diamonds right there. But look at what would you say is the craziest thing you ever done?
Eat an iguana.
What?
We ate iguana.
So is that the craziest thing for you? What if that's not the craziest thing
No,
for
I'm
him?
saying that's crazy.
Well, that is crazy, but I haven't had an iguana.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. 10 out of 10, don't recommend.
10 out of 10 don't recommend. Jesus, okay. I don't know if I ever... I don't know if I ever want to eat one.
It's very earthy and rubbery.
Oh,
It's not good.
Don't even... You can end right there.
We ate it in Honduras. It's like a delicacy, but it's actually illegal to eat. It's illegal to kill and eat in Honduras.
Oh, here you can.
But people-
here you can eat iguanas.
But people still do it.
They're invasive. That's why.
Yeah, but people still kill and eat them there.
I don't know who would sell that here. People sell that?
Oh, I don't know this.
I don't know. Go to Miami.
Oh, no, I'm good.
In Miami, they'll do anything.
I'll stay right here. You guys have a picture of this plate?
Did we?
Probably.
If we do, we'll show the picture.
If
but
not, I'll find
don't
a
know if
picture of iguana and put it on there.
Yeah.
But so they bring out this plate and we're like, what the heck? All you see is like the bones and the skin. Like, iguanas have like the fins basically on the back.
Yeah.
You could see it all on your plate.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is this? So we all go and we all try it and we all look at each other like, oh no.
So who tried it?
Me, Rodolfo,
tried it.
my dad, his girlfriend, and her 2 kids. All of us tried it and all of us did not like it. And we think, to this day, we think that the tour guide wanted us to go and get it so that he could eat it. Because after
he ate?
he took it.
He took the leftovers. Yeah.
He took the leftovers.
Because he asked
He asked us. He was like,
asked us, I'm like, yeah,
He's like,
sure.
you guys
Like,
aren't gonna eat it.
We only tried
It
a
wasn't
little bit,
good, and
yeah.
we're like, yeah, no, we're not eating that. So then he's like, well, do you mind if I take it? And we said, that's fine, because we don't really want it to go to waste either.
Yeah, that's true. We're like, better.
But I will
someone
tell
else
you,
will eat it.
after we left and got on the boat, and like when I was thinking about it, my dad's girlfriend's daughter spit her food back on the plate. And so he ate it, like, because it went in the bowl to go.
Yeah.
So he probably ate it. So I'm sorry if you're watching this tour guide. I doubt you'll watch it in Honduras, but
Yeah.
oh no, I felt so bad.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
But it was gritty and earthy.
Yeah, I think
It was very.
I think what we didn't like about it was
It was an acquired taste.
Yeah, the earthy part of it. Like, like it's like when you eat gator, it has a different taste to it. Yeah. But gator, I mean, that tastes great.
But iguana was very tough. It was very tough too. And I don't know if it was more or less the skin or what, but
Is it like
it was very
cow
tough.
tongue?
No, I tried lengua and I'm cow tongue and
cow tongue is amazing.
I'm
But
fine
it's
with it.
like that chewy.
No, it was worse. It was so bad.
I like cow
It was
tongue.
almost like
I don't
rubbery.
mind cow tongue.
Rubbery, right? A little bit.
Yeah, it was almost like you were chewing on a tire.
Like it had a little bit of the
have you
rubbery.
chewed on a tire?
Have you ever been to the
Yeah.
park that has the tar, like the tire pieces? No? Instead of mulch, it has
Oh,
tire.
like yeah. Oh,
Like it has like the rubber pieces.
like
Yeah, when you're playing dare with your friends and they dare you to do it, you just do it.
here.
The craziest thing he ever did was marry me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Blink
no,
twice.
If you need help. Okay. And that's the second time now. The last video he did it now. Maybe he really needs
I think it's
help.
just gonna be like an
is gonna
ongoing
be a thing.
thing. The craziest thing that happened to Helen was when her cousins put chicle in her hair.
Oh my god. No, it wasn't even them. What happened is I fell asleep. I was 5 years old and I fell asleep with gum in my mouth, and that's like the worst idea to do. But then again, I don't know if I fell asleep because, okay, this is where the gum ended up. It ended up here. So how, if you fall asleep, like it should end like here, right? So I have a feeling that my brother put the chicle there. Well, by the way, chicle is gum. So I think
I feel like Boloke kind of knows what happened, but he won't say.
No, I don't remember.
I think my brother probably did it. I don't care. And if he's listening to this, please just confess already, okay?
Yeah.
And he pushed it, no?
Well,
When you woke up, they pushed it?
no, they were trying to get it out of my hair, but the more they tried to get it out of my hair, the more they were pushing it in.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, and so then I was freaking out because it was like really up here. So then my other cousin, which is his brother, was like, let's just cut it. And I'm like 5 years old, and I'm like, can I cut it? Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
That's the only way to get it out. Yeah, just cut it.
So then they cut it, and I had hair like sticking up. So I didn't like it, so I gave myself a haircut. That was a bad idea.
And then your cousin ran around the house going, pelos, pelos, which pelos in English is hair.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
okay. I guess I got one. Something crazy that I did when I was younger is that I got a razor. I tried to cut my own hair, and so I started like shaving my
You
hair.
did your eyebrows?
No, not my eyebrows. My
Oh my
hair.
god, my brother did that.
So
He looks so
I don't know. I feel like because I did that, because they I don't know. There's this saying that they say of like, if you shave your head or something with a razor, and when you're younger, your hair doesn't grow back properly or something.
So
So
you
like
can't do that?
I have this spot here that I feel like doesn't grow as properly, and then I feel like it's because of that. But I don't know if it is, but. I don't know. They just say that, so I just remember I shaved my
Wait,
spot.
so did you shave only like
No.
that part or the whole
I was
thing?
gonna do the whole all my hair, but I only did that spot because like my mom saw me and told me like, what the hell are you doing? Like, oh sorry, I mean I know. Hey, but
Whatever.
But anyways, yeah, she's like, what are you doing? Like don't do that. You're gonna mess up your hair. And so I got in trouble for that. And I guess I have. Let me throw in another one. Here's another good one. This one was pretty bad as well. So when I was younger, I didn't know that diapers
Oh, yeah?
were had to get thrown in the garbage.
Oh yeah, I know the story.
So my younger brother, my mom would always send me, like, she would give me the diaper, and then she's like, go throw this away. And I'm like, because it's a diaper, I'm like, there's pee and poop. So what did I think? It goes in the toilet. So I stuffed the toilet, and I clicked to flush, and it just got stuck there. And then she'd give me more diapers throughout the day. This went on for I think 2 or 3 days. So I had the toilet almost filled with diapers, throwing them in there.
How did she not notice?
No, it's until my dad found out what I was doing, and he saw me toss one in there. He's like, "What are you doing?" And then he went to go look, and he's like, he couldn't believe with his eyes how many diapers were in there.
I feel bad for their
And
pockets.
yeah, I got in trouble for it. My mom
sure
saw
you
it. She
did.
yelled at me.
I yell at Eliana for throwing
But
toilet
it was
paper
funny.
in the toilet.
Oh, my God.
But it's a funny moment because I filled the toilet with diapers.
Yeah, I feel bad for their pockets.
Thankfully,
my
they got all of
my
them
dad. Unfortunately, my dad.
They got
had
all
to,
of them out.
yeah, my dad had to clean it out.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
Pobre Fabian. Poor Fabian.
it's okay.
That was a
happened.
shitty day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad day.
For him.
Yeah.
Or maybe for you too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got in trouble.
I'm sure you did.
I didn't get whooping. That was a good thing. So, but I got in trouble.
That was nice of him.
So, yeah.
I also believe you didn't get a whooping because you're probably the favorite one.
No, we confirmed the other night
not
at
the
dinner
favorite.
that the youngest
No way.
Joey is the favorite.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
They're lying.
No, it's
Who said that?
My mom,
Nancy.
No, she's
she
lying.
doesn't fully confirm it.
She's lying. I can.
Rodolfo is Fabian's
promise you-
favorite.
No. I can promise you, for both, you're the favorite. They just don't want to. They're just saying that. I'm telling you. I know you're.
Sorry, guys. We took a little break, so
Yeah.
now you see our nice little drinks.
Yeah, we took a little break, made some drinks,
Yeah.
you know.
Some Muscat meal.
we were,
Cheers.
we were parched.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I have water.
So,
Hey, babe, did you pick up a card?
yes, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, some I
I think
did.
you were you're showing the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when we realized.
So, yeah, I made sure to pick one up this time.
Yep.
Question for me? Anyone? I'll just keep playing. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
What's the craziest thing you've done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Eat an iguana. It was so disgusting. I'm not very adventurous, you guys. You'll learn this about me.
How about the,
I don't like iguana.
how about the, one story you told me about in Jersey?
Which one?
In, the car. Your uncle's car.
Oh God.
Which one?
Brand new car.
What did you
Oh, that was not in Jersey.
Oh,
So
that was
I'm lactose intolerant, you guys.
I don't want to know now.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I work myself up sometimes to a point where I just get sick. And
Why would you do that?
my uncle bought a brand new 2-door,
Oh no.
like, I think it was a Mustang. I don't even know. I think it was a Mustang, but it was a really nice, like, sports car. And
I'm gonna drink through this.
he brought me to a restaurant. So we were driving from New Jersey to Ohio to see my aunt and my grandparents. And my parents like told him like all the rules, like, you know, she gets sick when she eats this type of food, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he took me to a restaurant and asked me if I wanted a milkshake. Me being like 8 or 9, of course I wanted a milkshake. So we're driving and I tell him, Tim, I'm gonna get sick. And he's like, hold it, I'm gonna pull over. Well, I did not make it. And I threw up all in the door handle of his car. Like in the pocket of the car.
Why did you did it politely?
Oh, the rest of the car ride, you smelled it.
I'm sure.
We cleaned it the best that we could, but
I'm sure.
I don't really think that that's that crazy. I tried to hold it, it didn't work.
I mean, it's kind
It's
of
more
hard.
gross than disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like hold your throw up when you.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's better to let it out.
I told him I didn't feel good. And he said, you'll be okay. I said, no, I really don't feel good. And then we just kept going. And then he said that he was going to pull over, but it didn't work.
I'm sorry.
I couldn't open the door fast enough.
Not even the window. I'm like, poke your head out. Ew.
I have glasses. I'm always afraid that they'll fly away.
Yeah.
So then I'd be going to Ohio, to a different state, and not have my glasses. That's kind of awful. But yeah, his brand new car.
I would have not turned on the milkshake either.
Yeah, milkshake.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
no.
That's my stomach. I mean, I can smell
Yeah.
the puke.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to play the 9 of diamonds
Oh, wow.
to match Helen.
9. I'm telling you, you need to block her. I guess I could have blocked her.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I'm missing 2 cards, you know, I don't have that many cards. So
That's your problem.
That
Yeah,
is kind of
cartridges.
your problem. That's funny. Sorry, guys.
Question. Helen, what's the most adventurous thing the craziest thing you've ever done?
Wait, did you play already?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Remember you told Beluke about my
yeah.
nine of diamonds?
What was the question? Sorry.
What's the most craziest thing you've ever done? You asked both of us, so I figure it's your turn.
Well, I have a lot of crazy stories. I don't think some of them I can tell. It's probably illegal.
Well, that's like Beluke's gym story. We can't tell that one.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest.
I don't know if I can
I've
tell them about what happened with the conch either. I mean, what are they going to do with me? They're going to come to my house?
I don't think so.
Who
Too late now. The show.
What?
That was one
The
crazy
show.
thing. I mean, I've done a lot of crazy things. Like, I moved from
No, you can tell that
Florida
story. Go
to
ahead.
Massachusetts and then moved back
Yeah, I mean,
to
that's
Florida
crazy.
and then went back to Massachusetts. And then moved back to Florida.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not crazy. That's crazy.
Well, no, you moved back to Massachusetts and then to New Hampshire and then back to
Yeah.
Florida.
Well, then you're still playing another move.
I don't even know, man.
This girl.
I mean, why the hell did I think I was going to like it the second time? I don't like the cold. I was born in Florida, and I like my heat. I don't care if it's 80, 90, 100. I'd rather it be 100 than it be -10. And I know people are like, ew, why do you like to sweat? Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Because I can take things off. And I can go to the beach and cool off. Or I can go inside the house where there's AC.
Well, I mean,
But with the weather, the only thing I could do is stay inside.
yeah.
And that's depressing to me.
And it's very gloomy.
true.
Yeah. And it gets dark early. It gets dark by 4 p.m.
Well,
Here, the sun
crazy.
sometimes goes down. Okay, like it's been going down at 6 now, but soon it's going to go down at 7:30, almost 8.
right.
We got tonight, I think, is the pushback. Or spring forward. Tonight's spring forward.
Oh, so we're going to lose an hour's sleep?
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is sad. Time to go to sleep early.
And guys, just so you're aware, it is 11:37 right
Yeah,
now
that's
when
why
we're
you
filming.
saw me
Yeah.
yawning a few minutes ago. Okay, so that was one crazy thing I did. It was move
All over.
across the country, right? From one end to the
I
other
mean, yeah,
end.
from the bottom to the north.
Yeah, because in New Hampshire, I lived 4 hours away from Canada.
Yeah, I mean.
And you know what's sad? I never visited Canada, and I was 4 hours away. It's like going to Disney. And I never went to Canada.
Well, and mind you, she's at like the furthest point south that you can go almost.
Yeah.
Because we're
So
in
close to-
southwest Florida.
Yeah.
So, and then in New Hampshire, she was literally 4 hours away from Canada. So,
She's like
pretty
about the
close.
same amount of time almost to go to the Key West.
yeah.
It's about 5 hours, I think, or less.
The way that your husband drives, less.
Yeah, I think it took us like 4 hours or something. It's like literally the same amount. Yeah. So like
Yeah,
I'm
I get it.
like extremist to like heat and then cold and then going. And I lived here basically my whole life. And then I went up north and then that was a shock to me. I'm not a city girl either. I'm more of like I feel like I'm more, I like to be away from people. I don't need the party life. I don't care about clubs. I mean, I've been to clubs, but it's not like interesting to me. So that city life, it's like, okay, I feel like it's dirty. Like a lot of people don't respect, earth. Like they litter and then it smells nasty. And then there's
Yeah.
rats. I'm like, no, I'm good. I rather,
sure.
I mean, yes. And
That's the other day when we were in Gulf Coast Town Center, there was a
Yeah.
rat. Like
I
we
saw
parked
one.
somewhere and then there was a rat running through the things. I was like, oh heck no, I'm moving my car. Because I don't want a rat in my car.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like living in the country. You get like snakes probably
Yeah.
or bears or whatever. But honestly, I'm okay with that. As long as it's not a friggin' rattlesnake.
yeah, no thanks.
Those garden snakes, I'm not scared of them. But
Every time I see a rattlesnake or anything like that, I think
Yeah.
of Holes, the movie.
oh yeah,
That's what I think about
Oh,
every
my God.
time.
Yeah, at least we're not like Australia. I don't know how they do it out there with them massive ass spiders and snakes in their house. Yeah.
Oh, biscuits.